Yeah.
Hello, welcome to another episode of Cheers. Don't do it yet, cause I'm not there yet. Don't do it. Oh. It was just for the sound effect.
Oh, okay.
Today we are actually sipping on alcohol for the first time, I think.
You are.
I am, and we're doing a little shotty shot, but I think that's all I'm doing today. You know, a little lady shot.
Oh, delicious.
So
I'm doing the usual.
Here is to. Well, you didn't say welcome.
Welcome. Thanks for watching.
All right. Well, what
you're kind of the voice. You're like the one who starts the shit. I think.
It's because the feminine touch.
It really is. But cheers to that.
Cheers to a good podcast.
It's a good life. It's the power of alcohol. Get your cough away. All right.
So actually, a lot of my friends think that I'm crazy for sipping on my shots.
What?
Cause I don't down a shot. I can't.
I guess it depends on what kind of tequila you drink.
It's tequila. I will not do any tequila. I cannot down a shot, like, at all. Like, I will, like, you know how some people are, like, really bad at swallowing pills?
Yeah.
It's kind of like the same thing. Like, it takes me, like, 10 minutes to swallow a pill.
Yeah. I mean, because I guess it depends on the size. But, like, at least for me, with tequila, back in the day, like, my friends used to, like, buy the cheap shit.
Mm-hmm.
That shit will burn your throat like a motherfucker. But, like, the older I get and the, like, more expensive alcohol I could afford, like, it really changes.
Sometimes. You know what? I will say, I did try a Clase Azul for the first time the other day. I was like, oh, this shit is smooth.
Have you tried a 1942?
I have not tried a 1942 yet.
It's expensive as fuck.
It is expensive. But I have not tried it, so I don't know how smooth it is. It's actually pretty, not that bad. What's your favorite tequila?
You gotta ask me at different times, because, like, when I started drinking, I used to like 1800. But now that I got older, I'm like, whoa, that's a little, like, a dry tequila. I don't know how to explain it.
Yeah.
I don't like Patron. I think that shit is, like,
Patron's okay.
it's overpriced and too popular for their own good. I don't think it's that good.
Yeah.
What do you call it?
Oversold?
Or no, it's a different word.
Overexposed? It's overpriced?
Yeah, it's definitely
overhyped.
Yeah, probably
overhyped.
It's not the word that I'm looking for, but, like, it gives the same idea.
It's hyped up.
Yeah, so, I mean, Don Julio is pretty good, though. I feel like
you just said you didn't? Oh, you said Patron.
Patron. Yeah. Don Julio has a better quality tequila, and it's cheaper than Patron.
Honestly, it all gets me messed up. So, like, sometimes...
But I like whiskey better.
You do like whiskey better. Wait, so what's your favorite tequila right now?
I think Don Julio.
Don Julio. Which one?
The Añejo.
Okay.
The darker one.
My favorite tequila is Espolón.
I haven't had that one.
That hoe is... It's a good price. It's like a good, like, okay, like, we're gonna pick up a bottle to the party. Alright, this is a bottle that I'm getting and I know it's gonna be lit.
Have you ever had one of those, I think it's called vodka? That is a mix between vodka and tequila?
I have not had that.
That shit is bananas.
I like the name, though, vodka.
Yeah. I think it's either that or the other way around.
It sounds like a tequila vodka?
Yeah.
No. Like, it's a brand, like a can?
No. It's like a bottle, and it's supposed to be mixed between tequila and vodka. It's kind of wild.
How are you? Oh my god. Have you ever had a beatbox?
No, what is that?
So, hold on, I got a line stuck in my tooth.
Fuck.
Y'all can hear that? If y'all heard that. Leave that in.
That's how you're gonna rip them. Their ears.
Yeah, I know. You know, what's it saying?
The hot box?
Not the hot box.
Oh, yeah, that's something different.
Not the... No, the beatbox.
So,
beatbox, I think it has like 21% alcohol. And it's like...
Is it like a Four Loko?
I've never had a Four Loko.
Those shits are fucking...
It's like a little... It's literally a box, like a carton box. Like the Mexico, like the milk ones. But a little bit taller. And it's... I think it's... It honestly tastes like fucking juice. 3 of them hoes blacked out. I have seen it. I haven't done it. But I have witnessed it firsthand, and somebody had to go to the medical tent.
Delicious. That's life goals right
It's 21% alcohol, and you don't think about it because you're used to like the Trulies that are like what 15%.
I guess.
Trulies and like
but
all
you can
those.
definitely taste it.
Yeah, but you can taste it. You can taste like the fizziness of it. This hoe tastes like juice. And like, and people forget that it's 21% instead of 15%.
Boy.
So that 6% is what gets you over the edge of a blackout, and it's not pretty. I have seen this on a heavy man, a man. And my poor dude threw up. Went to the medical tent, got an IV put in him. Poor thing. It was iconic. I will never forget that time. It was because I will never forget him like going to the medical tent. It's like
all defeated.
How do you go to the? Do you know how bad it has to get to go to the medical tent?
For real. Oh hell
you
no!
Know what?
I never did that. Cheers to that dude. What's his name?
We're not saying names.
Mr. G. Cheers to you. Oh, you're right. We're not saying names. I forgot for a second. What you think about the new scary movies that just came out?
Perfect. So we actually just went to see. You have to tell the audience because they don't know.
Yeah, that's what I asked.
Oh, okay. Oh, you asking me to start the conversation? Okay. So we just went to see the Pope's Exorcism. I mean, I'm gonna be real honest with you. I think I haven't seen a scary movie in the theaters in a very, very long time. Probably last time was with you. And remember when was the last time I went to see a scary movie?
Okay.
Long time ago. This is the very first time. Do you remember how like I used to like, be on my shit and like cover my eyes or something like that? Nowadays, I only have to cover my ears because it actually does hurt me. Like
PTSD.
No, not the PTSD, but it's just like. That's what really is the scary factor, not the actual visuals. Like when it's like a jump scare that it'll be like. And they'd be like, ah! You know what I'm saying? And it's just like,
calm down. Yeah.
It's just like that. It is just like, okay, that's what I do, like cover my ears. But I think this is the first movie that I was like, I got it. Like I'm not scared at all. Like I feel like a grown up. Yeah, because I've never been to like a scary movie that I was like, I'm not gonna be scared.
Okay, interesting.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like I've gone to a few that are not really that scary.
Yeah, I think also this is the first movie that I've seen that it's not like the possession itself. Like, you know how like in other possession movies it's like you get the house and then you meet the ghost and then the ghost starts to fuck with you and then the ghost starts to fuck with you more and then the possession and then the exorcism and then it's like, okay, happy ever.
Let's fix it.
That was the plot, right?
Yeah.
I think this is definitely the first movie that I have seen that the actual possession has a plan. Like the movie was not about the exorcism itself, it was about the demon's mission.
For real.
And I was like, we have a whole plot within the exorcism itself. Because like I thought it was moving like way too fast.
Yeah, it really was.
Like they moved in and they were like, all right,
you're possessed.
Like, welcome in. What's it called? A housewarming gift?
I don't know.
A housewarming gift? Yeah. That was the housewarming gift and it was just like from 0 to 100. So I thought that was very interesting that there was a plot.
But I mean, you gotta think about it. It's a movie, so it's gonna last like 1 hour and a half to at most. So you gotta move quickly.
I mean, I feel you, but I was also thinking about this the last time that we went to go see.
What was the last one that we saw? Because it's been a while.
No, we just went to see one like 2 weeks ago.
We went to see John Wick, but
John Wick, yeah. So like, we used to be in the movies 4 hours, and I remember this because we would always plan it out, and it's like, okay, we're gonna be here for 4 hours. It was like a huge chunk that we had to plan.
Yeah. We
are out in 2 hours,
and
like, the commercials aren't as long.
They're not.
I feel like the credits aren't as long either.
I guess it depends on the movie. Because, like, the John Wick post-credits were long as fuck.
They were long, but still. Like, they had that little ending scene, which was nice.
Yeah.
But we got to the movies at 7, and we left at 9. Yeah, and we only got probably, like, 10 minutes of commercials and trailers. So I thought that was very, like... I just thought it was weird, like that's a whole, because you mentioned that you like the actual experience of going to the movies.
I freaking love
it. It has been cut to 50%.
It really has, but I blame that to streaming services. because like nowadays you can get any movie, like you can pay probably like $20 to stream that same movie at home. And I feel like people has lost the mysticism of going to the movies. You know, because like I told you, like people used to be like calling their friends, be like, "Hey, what you doing Friday night?" Or like the first day with your girl or with your guy, whatever. So it was like a couples night out. You know, like you see like these old couples that will go to see the movies, and you see like all these variety of people. And nowadays is like nobody. Like today.
Yeah, we were the only ones in the theater. But
Literally.
it's also Wednesday. Like, I'm not like, oh, how could we?
But I don't know. I just feel like we've gone on Wednesdays before and it has never been that empty.
I mean, definitely, people don't go to the movies as much as they used to. Definitely. Definitely because of streaming services.
Yeah.
But at the same time, like, I like going to the movies too. Like, I like sitting down on
the bigger screen, the popcorn.
Yeah, the movie theater popcorn, the theater sound. Yeah, the overpriced. You know, going to the gas station before to get snacks. So, I think you were saying that you think the movie theater experience is gonna be gone within our lifetime.
Absolutely.
I don't think so.
I don't think so.
I think it's going to revive in some way for a little bit because of like, you know, like reboots and shit like that. And I think it's gonna come back. Yeah, some reboots are disgusting.
I feel like all of them. I have yet to see one, but maybe I'll give you this. Maybe they'll come back as a nostalgic thing, like kind of like CDs and vinyls and all that shit have like make a comeback, but it will be the drive-through.
That would be nice. I've never been to a drive-through.
There's one in like Atlanta. Remember that?
By the prison?
Yeah.
I remember, but it's actually close, I think.
Oh really?
Yeah, they were when we went to that prison. I think it was like on its last
breath.
Yeah.
Shit, and that was a while.
But that's the thing. Like people don't have like a lot of top-down cars.
But you don't have to have a top-down
for an outdoor movie.
No, because I mean you just park in front of it and there's a bigger screen, so it's just like.
How are we gonna hear it?
Roll the fucking window down. What's the difference?
Because you're not gonna get the whole thing. Because you're in a car, you're gonna get like enclosed in.
The fuck?
I mean, you're gonna hear the movie, but it's not gonna be like. You know, like you remember like in the movie Grease when they were watching the movie and they have a top-down car, they could hear everything correctly.
I mean, but I think that was just like stereotype of the moment. They had like one of those.
People had more of those cars back then, no?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
Okay, that was like the style. Like the style right now is
it's closed cars, like small windows.
Yeah, that is more like a bougie. Like if you can afford a top-down car.
Yeah, probably nowadays. But honestly, though, I'm pretty sure I could afford one, but I wouldn't want one. Maybe with a sunroof, but that's about it.
Why not a whole top-down?
I don't know. I just don't like it. I feel like no. I feel like it would be too much work, and if something happens and it breaks, that fuck.
I didn't want it to just chill there. I didn't want it to chill on the screen,
None of my shit.
Okay.
That's fine. I mean, it's already there.
I mean, I'll just slide it back here.
Bitch.
I didn't want it to just be like a happy and lime.
Yeah.
Anywho.
But yeah, I don't think I would like. I mean, I don't find those cars attractive, honestly.
I do like them. I do wish there was a lot more color in cars. Because now everything's, like, so neutral. Like in the 70s, even the houses would be, like, super colorful.
Yeah, but I think that's something of the time, you know? Like,
definitely.
All the hippie era, like...
Definitely. I think that right now we're in the time of modernism and minimalism a little bit. Like, we're all... Well, all the colors are so muted.
Yeah, I don't think it really is the muted colors.
What color houses are you seeing?
I mean, not houses per se, but just like the persona, you know, like the vibe of the people. I feel like.
But like you talk about people, I'm talking about like houses. Like today's houses are like super beige. Like even your room, like it's fucking gray. You know what I'm saying? Like.
I mean, I guess yeah, but
it's muted. It's not like a bright ass. No. Obviously, everybody chooses their own color. But like think about it, like in the 70s, where there would be like. Bright yellow walls with lime green couches.
But that's what I'm saying. That's like a sign of the times. Because like back in the 70s, like there was like a more hippie era, so it was like more normal to have those kind of colors.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm agreeing with you. I'm saying that today we're in the muted color era.
But you make it sound like it's a bad thing.
I don't think it's a bad thing. I think it's just, it's just sign of the times.
I mean, if anything, I would like the 80s more rather than, because I feel like that's more like a 70s thing, or like the hippies.
What's the 80s?
Rock.
So like red.
Yeah.
Red walls, black leather couches.
Shit like that. Yeah. I feel like that's my style.
I can see it with a house like that. I can see it with a house like. I can see it with a muted house, not like a rocker type. Like a. Have you ever seen Axl Rose's? No, it was Slash's house, like in somewhere in California. Mm. It was very rocky.
I believe that. I mean, he's like the embodiment of rock, pretty much. He's like a god of rock. He's like on the Hall of Fame.
Is he?
Like, fuck yes.
Slash.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
I feel like today's youngins wouldn't know who the fuck Slash is.
But I mean,
if you're truly an icon, you will surpass the test of time, and he does not.
Well, he's not dead yet. I feel like people become icons after they die. Who is an icon right now that you think will be remembered in like the next 50 years?
I feel like somebody that everybody knows. Would be like those K-pop bands, like the Blackpink band.
You can even remember the names.
But like that's because we don't listen to that. But like,
so they're not that iconic.
But that doesn't mean that every single unturned stone is gonna know about it.
But that's what an icon means. If you say Elvis, people just assume it's Elvis Presley.
That's what I'm saying. So like, for example, Madonna's an icon. She's still alive.
Yeah, but she's getting there. She doesn't make music anymore. Does she? I don't know. She's old though. She's what?
She's in her adult age, but she's an icon. That's what I'm saying. I don't think that like people would know who Madonna is if you were to ask a youngin. But if you think? Yeah.
Like somebody who's like a freshman in high school.
I'm gonna say 13, 14. I think a 13-year-old would know who Madonna is, but they would not know who Slash is. I think that's very much true.
I feel like they wouldn't know which one of them.
That would be a nice experiment. Maybe we should go ask the neighbors.
I'd be like, hey.
Do you know who Madonna is?
They start telling us all these country singers.
What about Slash?
Because I mean, I feel like Guns N' Roses was huge. It was like the biggest rock band in the world back in the 80s at some point. Damn. We're living that shit. We're living that shit.
No, you were like that. Anyways.
I don't know. I feel like we don't have like any icons right now that will
we'll see. We'll see
survive the pass of time.
We'll see who we're talking about when we're old and crusty.
Yeah.
I think we're gonna be talking about Kimi.
Who's Kimi?
Kim K.
Oh.
I think we're gonna be talking about Bad Bunny. I think we're gonna be talking about Drake and or Kanye.
So that's my thing. Like with Kanye, he only has one song that I like.
But have you actually listened to his albums?
No.
You should listen to them low key.
No. I mean,
high key actually.
I mean, a lot of people say that he's one of the greatest ever, but I cannot get past his super ego thing. You know, like I've seen.
I mean, I feel like that's a character.
I don't think it is, because he actually went to like a shrink for that.
A shrink? I don't know.
Because I think he was into medicine. He was taking medicines and shit like that, and he was having like a bad time. Because he even got divorced because of that. Because I think Kim wasn't scared of him or some shit like that. Like, it became pretty obscure.
What Kim says on her show, obviously.
Show? Oh yeah.
Keeping Up with the Kardashians.
Still going?
Yeah, they even renewed it. They even got away from MTV and got a whole thing with Hulu exclusive.
I wouldn't pay.
And now like the whole name being Keeping Up with the Kardashians is the Kardashians. They said, you know exactly who the fuck this family is.
For real?
But no, I'm sure it wasn't the only reason, but another reason that she said she got divorced was because he wanted to live in like Chicago or some shit like that, and she was like, yeah, I'm not fucking living in LA, like go fuck yourself.
I'm rich.
So she was like, no, you deserve a wife that wants to like move wherever you want to do, and I'm not the one. So she divorced his ass.
Have you seen, and there was like a conspiracy theory going on YouTube that I saw a while back, that how the Kardashians were appropriating black culture, and
they appropriate every single culture.
Yeah, but they were saying like they were appropriating all this black culture because like all the rappers that they were dating, they were fucking all that, and then you can see like the pictures of the time, and they were dressing like
Yeah.
I don't know if it's gonna sound too racist, but like black girls, like the hairstyle, the clothes, like all that shit.
Yeah.
And then everybody started divorcing all these black rappers, and they started marrying like white guys, or like dating white guys, and now they're dressing like white suburban girls, or like women.
I think it's just a fad. Like, I think that because the Kardashians are so influential, and like, yeah, they have like black boyfriends and black baby daddies and all that stuff, and they appropriated that culture for like kind of themselves.
They really did.
But
that's
then
cultural appropriation.
Yeah, for sure, it is cultural appropriation. But at the same time, it's like they're gonna do what they're gonna do at the time that they were doing it. So like, if maybe you know how people be in the eras like them, like, oh, I'm in my healing era, or I'm in my bad bitch era, or whatever. I think it was just like they were in that era where they, you know, they were fucking with the black dudes, and now, like, after that, she fucked like Pete Davidson. She was like, oh, I'm fucking with the white dudes now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like even Kylie Jenner. Like, Kylie Jenner was like, had a baby with Travis Scott, and now she's fucking dating Timothy Chalamet. Like,
that's what I'm saying.
Where is the correlation in the men? Like, if you don't have a type, that's cool, but then it just kind of...
It just seems that she went from like the blackest guy to the whitest guy. You know, like it was like
a
big
transition. It's such a huge contrast, which I also like think that could be it's also like a PR stunt, because Kendall Jenner, one of the sisters, she was dating...
Isn't she the model?
The model one. She was dating like all these black guys, and now she's like with Bad Bunny.
Oh yeah, I heard that.
Bitch, you know they ain't together. You know it's all a stunt.
Yeah, but okay, so that's my thing. Like, I feel like rather that they do it because they like the person, they just doing it because that's what's cool at the moment. So that's what can give them more fame or more money or all this shit.
I think it's a distraction.
From what?
The Kardashians always have scandals going on, so they try to distract them by having another scandal.
For real. I don't know. I just don't keep up with them. I think that's... I feel like they're the first... You know how like YouTube is full of like famous people for nothing? Like kind of like Logan Paul and like all that people.
Yeah. Entertainment.
Yeah. I feel like they're the original ones. Because what are they famous for? Because
Kim K fucked that one guy.
Yeah. I don't even know who the guy is, but...
Reggie?
I saw the
But
video.
actually, I don't know if you know that was all like a plan.
Yeah, by the mom.
Like, by the mom and by like the you know, it was all a plan.
They released the video.
They just knew the right people for them to have a show, for them to get influences, for them to get connects. They just knew the right people. They were with that, you know, high elite group. I mean, sure, they've been in LA their whole fucking lives, you know?
Yeah, and I mean, also their family had connections, because...
That's what I'm saying, yeah.
Her dad... Yeah, but I'm saying, like, her dad was one of the lawyers for the O.J. Simpson trial.
Yeah.
And that was actually a Netflix show and all that, saying that... I think his name was Robert Kardashian or some shit.
Yeah, it was Robert Kardashian.
Yeah. Played by Schwimmer.
Yeah. But, I mean, think about it. So, like, if her dad was representing somebody like... O.J. Simpson. He was a football player.
Yeah.
And those are your type of friends. Like, you have an NFL football player, and then you have his wife that's a fucking model. So you're within that group. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They had that elite connection, that they just had those type of friendships that benefited to their favor.
And they knew how to capitalize on it. Because
they're queens of marketing and branding.
Because at some point, Kardashian was Paris Hilton's assistant. Or something like that.
Yeah.
There's a whole conspiracy theory going on right now.
No, I mean, these are facts though, but I think it's funny because I'm about it. Like, I do keep up with the Kardashians and you don't. So it's really don't. This is very much known information.
I mean, it is even for my people. You know, like, you're right. I feel like they might go down... I don't know if I want to say history, but they'll be relevant for a long time.
I mean, I feel like the world's going to know who Kim Kardashian is. I think, for example, like that Marilyn Monroe picture where she's like covering her crotch with the van, when the wind's blowing. When the wind's blowing up her skirt, I think, I don't know which picture in particular, because she has had a lot of viral moments.
Really?
Yeah.
I only know one picture of her.
Like her naked one?
She has a naked one?
Which one do you know?
Or she has like a glass on her ass and she's
that's pouring. After that those are her naked ones. So I think those...
I would not want to see that woman naked. But that's just
she's not all that. Anyways, well, I mean, cut that shit out. Don't put that shit in. So I think, for example, like those pictures could go down, or her Met Gala look when she was a cover from head to toe, and you knew that was Kim Kardashian. Like you couldn't see anything because she was like covered in like a latex bodysuit, and everybody fucking knew. And I thought that moment, that's when she really acquired that superstar / maybe an icon status. Because if you're telling me that you can be covered from head to toe and know exactly who the fuck that is, people know your name. And that is within that icon status. Yeah. Like if you were to look at Marilyn Monroe and it was just the back of her hair, right? Her hair is so iconic.
Yeah.
You would know in a heartbeat. So it was that type of hype whenever that Met Gala happened. I think it was a 2021 Met Gala.
I don't think so. That was in the middle of COVID.
No, that was 2020.
I mean, 2020 and 2021 is like pretty much when everything was going to shit because of COVID. It might have been before. I know what you're talking about. But I mean, if you're talking about like iconic looks, I feel like then Lady Gaga goes in the picture because she did that dress with like meat. You remember that?
Yeah.
So I mean, if you're talking about like iconic dresses or like moments for that kind of shit, I mean.
Yeah, but I feel like that was only in the American music side of things. This was a fashion event, a worldwide fashion event. Like everybody from the world goes to the Met Gala. Not was there, but like important people from all over fashion, all over the world attend the Met Gala. But not everybody goes to the American Music Awards.
That is crazy. See, there's an experiment that I saw the other day somebody did, and they were like, okay, because you know, like Americans, we think we're like the center of the universe. Mm-hmm. But they were like talking about this cricket player. Mm-hmm. And they were pulling up numbers on Instagram. And he was like, okay, so how many followers does LeBron James has? And they were like, oh, like 50-something million or something like that. And he was like, okay, cool. Let's look up this cricket player from like India or some shit like that.
It was 2021.
2021? Interesting. Mm-hmm. And then they pull up the Instagram of this cricket player that I never heard of, 255. And I was like, I have no idea who this is. But like, I mean, the numbers don't lie. You know? It was like 4 times.
I mean, there's billions of people in the world, so it's just like,
Yeah. So it's interesting because, like, right now here in the States, it may seem like the Kardashians are, like, the biggest shit. But, like, we gotta think of other places, you know? So, it'd be interesting.
I know, that's what I'm saying. I feel like that's why I'm a little bit more confident in saying that in her 2021 Met Gala look, that's when she achieved that look.
Time will tell. I'm curious.
Time will tell. Because, like, I really wonder, was the picture when we're gone that they're gonna be like, yeah, this isn't Kim Kardashian. Like whenever you pull her up on Google Images, it'll be like the same images, you know? Mm-hmm. Kind of like Marilyn Monroe.
Yeah, with the dress and like her smiling at the camera.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
We'll see. Because I don't know, I just don't see her as an icon in the long run. Like right now, I can see why. And actually, she has become some kind of activist. I don't know if you saw that.
Yeah, she does a lot of lawyering.
Mm-hmm. But interesting. Okay, so we'll see what
we'll see what happens with Miss Kimberly.
Kimberly. I don't like that name.
What did Kimberly's ever do to you?
It's just that, not because they did anything bad. I wouldn't name my child like that. But because there's like this meme in Mexico about like Kimberly being like all these trashy girls. You never seen that? The Kimberlys and the Axels?
I thought it was the Betos.
No, what the fuck is that? No.
Oh.
I'll show you.
I don't know it.
I'll show you, but it's, you know, like the Karens, you know how there's a stereotype on that? Oh, by the way, I gotta tell you something about that. You know how there's a stereotype on that name, like all these bitches with the crazy hair, and then like, I want to speak with
just
my name.
Yeah.
So there's a stereotype in Mexico like that, like the Kimberlys and Axels.
I think I've heard it, but I didn't know the actual names that play into that.
Yeah, so those are like some of the basic names, and it's like, oh, whenever like your name like that, it means like you're trashy, you know?
Yeah.
Even if you're not, but like that's a stereotype for the name. And actually, I was reading an article the other day that say that nobody since 2019 has named his daughter Karen.
Karen?
Yeah.
That's
since
funny.
2019, I was like, oh my god.
The name is
the
dead.
The power of the internet.
The power of bullying, the internet bullying Karens.
Yeah, for real.
I'm waiting for my Karen experience.
Why?
I'll go crazy. I'll make.
Do you want to go crazy on somebody?
No,
you
no,
want to
no.
like experience somebody going crazy on you?
I want to experience somebody going crazy on me because I think I will make them feel so dumb. Like maybe I'll start barking or something.
See, but
you know, like you're yelling at me, like you just like start barking. Like what the fuck are you gonna do? Like just walk away. You know. Well, like why are you making a scene for? We're at Walmart.
They won't let you do that. They have to have the last.
I'll bark twice. Like I just want to make them annoyed.
I mean, they're already annoyed. That's the thing. They just like hate life and happiness, and they're full of sadness, I guess.
Maybe. I don't know.
I don't know. Because I mean, I think it would be interesting to see that, but I wouldn't want to deal with that kind of people. Because I mean, so like we work in restaurants, like we said many times. So sometimes we have these annoying customers. You're like, just do whatever, you know.
Yeah, a lot of times that I'm just like, just do what you need to do. Just
see the thing that
you're gonna do it anyway. So
yeah. One thing that really pisses me off about that is whenever like a customer's asking for something like, oh, sorry, we don't have it, and they're like, are you sure? I'm like, bitch.
I just told you.
Yeah, do you think I would lie the first time and be like, you know what, never mind, we do have it. I just wanted to test you. Like, no, motherfucker, we don't have that shit. I'm 100% sure. Like, why would you ask such kind of question?
I have recently just started repeating myself because they want to repeat what you just said. You'd be like, oh, sorry. We can't accept walk-ins right now. Also, you can't accept walk-ins right now? We can't accept walk-ins right now. Like, what? The conversation went nowhere from what I just told you. So, like, why are you repeating what I just said? You know what? Next time that happens, I'll be like, are you just repeating what I say? That'd be so funny.
It's just that it doesn't make sense in my head because I already told you. It's not like I'm trying to lie to you about, like, having something and not wanting to sell it to you because of your looks or, like, whatever low self-esteem idea of yourself you have. Like,
who said anything about low self-esteem? Nobody.
No, but I'm saying, like, if you ask me if I'm sure that we don't have that, like, I'm sure that we don't have that, so well ask twice, you know, like, it's like you think that we have it but I don't want to sell it to you. You know what I'm saying? So like you might feel like a little lower because of that. Like, no, we don't have it, motherfucker, that's it.
Maybe.
Like, damn, it's not that I don't want to sell you, so we don't have it, that's it.
We just work here. Like, there's no reason for us to lie about it. Yeah.
And I mean, even if I don't like it, I will say, yeah, we do have it because, I mean, if you call the man and he says, hey, we do have it, like, I'm going to get my ass in trouble.
Then you look dumb.
Yeah, exactly.
And it's like, why do I want to look dumb?
And then you lose your money on top of that. So why would I risk that shit? Yeah. Like, it just doesn't make sense in my head that people ask those stupid questions.
It just doesn't, like, there's just no point to it. Like, at the end of the day, like, it's a business, so we're trying to make business happen.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And I feel like nowadays people feel entitled to get whatever they want. Like, this past weekend.
Sorry.
Boy.
Sorry.
We had a customer that said that he was like, what do you call when you're like germophobic?
Germaphobe?
Yeah, and he said that he needed to have his chicken cooked in a special place because he couldn't like have nothing else because he would get sick. Like, he was very like serious about it. And I was like, dude, we're almost like a fast food restaurant. Like, there's no fucking.
It's gonna get cooked in the same pan.
Yeah, it's gonna get cooked in the same fucking pan.
Yeah.
Like, we don't have to use a special pot for you, you know.
Yeah.
So I mean, the
kitchens don't do that.
The kitchen is smart, and like she made such a fucking big deal about it. So like, it was such a big deal that the manager went in the kitchen and was like, okay, let me cook for this bitch her fucking chicken so she can eat it so she can shut the fuck up, because like she wanted to eat there, but we're like, we did not do this kind of special food for people. Yeah. You know, it's just like, come in, eat.
Get out.
Yeah. Get the fuck
out. Why go to a restaurant at that point? Just go at home. Like, you're obviously not comfortable.
Yeah.
Just cook yourself some shit at home, or like chill out. Like, you're doing the absolute most.
Or pay an overprice and go to a restaurant that does that service.
Yeah, but not to no goddamn fast food shit.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, dude, like,
we're getting paid like $7.25 an hour.
Yeah,
so like,
you get fucking free chips with a drink. Like, what do you expect? You know, they have like a gourmet chef in the back. No, we got a wet bag that is
the chef don't even speak English, girl.
Yeah, he's sweating his ball off for like $10.99 an hour.
Oh no, poor thing. And maybe the most hardworking too.
No shit. Kitchen is hard. It's really hard and it's underpaid.
Yeah, it is.
I bless everyone. At least for like fast food employees. Maybe like upper scale restaurants, like they get paid well.
Maybe if it was like a chef.
Yeah.
Like somebody that makes the menu, not somebody that cooks.
Yeah,
you know?
Somebody that makes, like, they may get paid well, but everybody else, they get underpaid.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of pressure, and then you burn something, you put a little too much salt, not enough salt, like it's a pain in the ass. Like
you have to recook it. Yeah.
You got that picky customer that asks for a medium well in a Mexican restaurant where all they can cook is well done. We had somebody having like meltdown because of that at the restaurant.
Why?
Because this motherfucker asked for a medium steak. Mexicans don't know what the fuck a medium steak is. We just know well done. Yeah, it's just well done or nothing. Well done or well done.
Yeah.
Those are the only two options. And he was like, "Oh, can I get a medium steak, please?" And I mean, we tried to tell the cook, but like he was like running and doing shit.
Yeah,
like,
he ain't gonna do all that.
He saying that shit well done, and that dude freaked the fuck out. He was screaming. He was throwing up. And even the people around, he was like, "Calm the fuck down." He was like, "I could have died." Like he was like having like serious.
I could have died.
Yeah.
From well done steak.
Yeah. I was like, dude, if you were that worried about your health, then don't fucking come to a restaurant, you know?
I mean, I would maybe say like to a rare steak, but not like a well done steak. Like it's cooked, like you're good. There's no blood.
Yeah, it's not blood. Like all the fucking bacteria is dead.
But people are weird. People are so weird. Like you really haven't seen everything until you worked at a restaurant for real.
I feel like restaurants and some kind of customers. Oh,
hospitals will see everything, and it's more on some other level shit because this life and death. So people be confessing on their deathbeds.
Yeah, but I feel like you gotta have.
Sorry.
It's crazy to me the hospital business because you have to have a heart, but I said that you have to not have a heart. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, I think that you do have to have a heart, but I think that they get so overwhelmed, and obviously they're like, they're humans. So if you see somebody dying, like it's gonna fuck up with you, but like.
But that's what I'm saying. But
at the same time, you have to. There's another one that's dying right next to you, so it's like you gotta kind of disconnect.
Exactly, that's what I'm saying. You gotta have a heart, but that's that you have to not have one.
Yeah, because I feel like that would be very draining.
Yeah, I feel
at the end of the day.
But I feel like you will need to be a special kind of person for that.
I have a lot of girlfriends that are like nurses and like hospital staff.
I feel like the nurses are the hard side of the hospital, and the doctors are the hardest part of the hospital, because they're like more down to business. Like, okay, we gotta operate this motherfucker. He's gonna die, and if he dies, he's like, "I'm so sorry. Please tell the family that this dude is dead." Okay, I got 2 more cases.
Yeah.
And move on.
Yeah.
Like it just becomes like.
I mean, I feel like at that point the doctors do get a little bit personal with their patients.
I feel like that would be more like the nurse's job, because if you invest your feelings into it, that'll affect your work.
Yeah, that's true.
Because I think that don't quote me on that, but I think that doctors cannot care for people that they know or that they care about, because that will cloud their judgment.
That makes sense. There's like a code that you can even date your patients, so I feel like it's kind of like that.
Okay.
Yeah, it's kind of like the lawyer thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you can't date your clients.
Sure.
Because then it's like not fair. Because then it's like personal.
Yeah, you're gonna represent. Yeah, but that would be weird.
Yeah.
I don't know. I wouldn't be able to do this kind of work, and I feel like sometimes I feel disgusted by people sometimes. Like I gotta be honest. Like, have you ever not like walk into a restaurant and be like, you look dirty as fuck.
I don't know, maybe.
So like I feel like my thing is like if people complain about their health, but like I see how they eat and they eat just like fast food and not exercise and not vegetables, and then all the drink is Coke, I'm like, you gotta change your diet, and he's like, no, I feel fine like this. I'm like, that's your fucking problem.
Yeah. I mean,
so I would have the heart to be like nice to that people.
One thing people are gonna have is the audacity. So I swear to God, like people have the audacity. If they don't got time for nothing else, they're gonna have time to be the fucking menace to society. So it's just like, I feel you. Like if I could tell that you're not taking care of yourself, don't make you believe that you're taking care of yourself, because
it shows.
It shows, baby. You're hiding it, but it shows.
And a lot of people trying to put you down for putting them down for like their health decisions. Like especially like fat shaming nowadays.
Yeah.
I feel like to a certain degree it's necessary, because it's a wake up. It's a cold shower wake up call, to let you know that you're fucking yourself up.
I don't think fat shaming is necessary, but I think it's important to have an honest conversation and be like, look, yes, you're great, beautiful, voluptuous, but your cholesterol is about to burst.
But that's what people call fat shaming. pointing out like the fact that
if I'm pointing out that it's, obviously not like a random ass person, but like a doctor or your friend or like your best friend, it's like, okay, you look amazing, yeah, whatever, but you're literally dying because your diabetes is about to like go down. So it's like that is not shaming anybody, saying some real shit. It's like, for example, like if a person with cancer has, I don't know, like is going through chemotherapy and this and that, or like it's not going through chemo, and it's like, hey, I know you don't want to do this, but this is gonna save your life. It's the same. It's the same. Like,
no, I don't think that would be the same, because like
if you don't get skinny and chill out on your cholesterol and your blood sugar, you're gonna die. That's the same thing as if you don't do chemo, you're gonna die.
No, I don't think it's the same though.
But how is it not the same?
Because people has romanticized this idea of like being big is beautiful.
Being big is beautiful. Being healthy is necessary. That's what I'm saying though. Like, it's not as black and white as you think. Like, it's more like yeah, like, sure, you're beautiful, but your cholesterol is literally dying.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, have you ever seen those cover magazines that they put like these very, very overweight women, and they're like, oh, like on health magazines, and they're like, oh yeah, being big is beautiful, and being big.
Because some people are big naturally, but they can be healthy.
There's a fucking difference between being thick and being big.
I think there is a difference, but I think some people can be healthy when they're big. It also depends on your body. Like some people also have diseases that it makes them gain weight and they can still be healthy.
But that's a small percentage of the population, I think. Less than 5%, I would say. I would put my money on that.
I mean, at the end of the day, like, America is one of the most overweight countries. So like,
yeah,
if it's not, just chill out. Just get your cholesterol in check.
I don't know. I just feel like. I mean, I know that some people have like bigger body physiques, but they're not fat. They're just like a little bigger, you know. Yeah. Like, and I feel like because America's, like you said, like the fattest country in the world, that's because this culture has created.
Yeah.
And I mean, I think you need to be healthier with your life, with your food decisions.
Yeah.
Because all that weight is not good for you. Doesn't matter if it makes you feel good or not. It's just not good for your own health. Not even like my personal beliefs.
Yeah, if you need to be healthy. Like, I think that's what it comes down to, health, like actual health.
Yeah, just like even go for a walk, like walk the dogs or walk with your friends or like even walk by yourself.
Yeah.
You know, like those little changes will do great. Instead of eating fucking 5 times a week in McDonald's.
Yeah.
Twice.
Yeah.
Change your fucking diet. And honestly, I can tell you from experience, not by the time, when I don't work out and when I work out, I always feel better after I work out, even if I'm tired.
Yeah, but people don't have that mentality sometimes. People are just stuck in the cycle of whatever bad. Like, it's an addiction.
Such as what?
Just gaining weight, like not working out, not eating right, eating bad food all the time. It's an addiction.
But that's what I'm saying. That comes from the idea that fat shaming is bad. You know, like they give you this.
But that's not it, because it's like it's not such black and white. Like it's a personal choice. If you know that you are in some sort of health problem and you don't want to face that, that is a personal decision that you are saying, my shit is going down the drain, and if you keep letting your shit go down the drain, that's your personal decision. Ooh.
Boy. The lights went down.
What was that?
The lights went off. The light died.
Oh, that died.
I don't know. I just feel like more people should be taking care of themselves instead of thinking that they're just beautiful because they're big. You know, like, just try to make your life better, though. Not for everybody else, but for yourself.
Yeah, but people don't want to, so fuck them. Not fuck them, but like...
Straight up.
I mean, no, fuck them, but it's just like, it's a personal choice. Like, I cannot help you if you don't want to help yourself. Simple as that.
I don't think it's a personal choice, though, because
it is a personal choice, because if you know that you are overweight and you are fucking up your health system and you don't do anything to change it, that is a personal choice.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, people don't think that way. They think that being big is beautiful because that's what social media has told them. Well, it's a delusion.
You're delusional.
Don't get me started with that shit, because a lot of shit is delusional.
Okay, but it's delusional because, yes, big is beautiful or whatever the fuck, but your health is declining. Like, that is, like, you can't ignore a fact. Like, if you want to keep believing that it's not a big deal, but then you get a heart attack at fucking 25, then it's your fault. Like it you chose to not change your habits.
For real. Damn. Hard facts, son.
Those are hard truths. Like, it is what it is. Like, it is what it is, and it ain't what it ain't. So.
I was expecting that. Right there.
You know how to speak facts with an X.
Do you?
Yes.
Sometimes. Boy, but yeah, let's wrap it up because it's getting late.
Late as fuck.
What was this show about? I feel like we didn't talk about anything.
I think we just kind of talked.
We really did.
Yeah, I think like it was just like an episode where.
Yeah. Okay, so let me ask you this really, just to like wrap it up, because I just saw this coming out and I'm quite interesting because you're actually someone that participates in like our democratic or Republican system, because we're in a republic and people often forget that. Have you seen that Biden officially announced that he's running again?
Announced, yeah.
Yeah. What more are your thoughts about that?
My thoughts are the same things that I think about the school shootings. I am not personally... Well, it's not that I'm not going to be affected by it, but it is what it is and it ain't what it ain't. Like, what am I going to do?
But did you vote for him on the last
I didn't vote at all.
Me neither. I just didn't believe in any of them. Because honestly, I think, like, this is just my personal belief, that someone that old with that many problems to even speak shouldn't be running for such a high stress position.
I mean, it's definitely a hot topic where it's just like companies and like there's a retirement age and this man is way past retirement age. So, like, but that's a whole different thing because that's just a long conversation too.
No, we're just doing like a little recap to wrap it up. Because honestly, I don't think that he should be right, and I feel like after him there should be like some kind of amendment or something or some kind of law that will prohibit people after a certain age
I do think
to
that
run
too.
for office, because that's what happened with what's his name? Oh, the guy that was in that wheelchair. Fuck, I'm forgetting his name.
Hoover?
Huh?
Hoover?
No, he was president. Roosevelt.
Hoover was a president.
Yeah, but that's not the same person. Because Roosevelt served for 4 terms. And after him, because he died in office, and after him, they were like, okay, you can only go for 2 and that's it.
Yeah.
So I feel like after Biden, there's going to be something like that when, okay, after this age, you cannot run for office because you're
I hope so, because they're old. They're ruining for everybody.
Old as fuck. Like, have you seen his last video in which he's just all over the place, like us?
That poor dude cannot...
Make a full sentence.
Make a sense of his life.
Like it was bad when he started running for office, and now that he's in office, like he's
it's getting worse.
Yeah,
it's getting worse for sure.
Like he's just too old to be running one of the worst.
I know he's
biggest
tired.
economy.
I know he's tired. Let him retire, bitch.
I don't even think he's tired. I feel like he's too old to even understand what's going on around him sometimes.
Sorry.
No, it's okay. You've been dying all fucking podcast.
I have been dying all fucking podcast.
I just feel like he's too old to be in that job, in that position with such high levels of stress. And it's just not healthy for him, and it's not well for the country as a whole.
I agree. I think that we're all in agreement here. Like, I think that there's a lot of people that would want to have an age limit on presidents, for sure.
Yeah, just like you don't want somebody too young to be in office, you don't want somebody too old to be in office either.
I think 30 to 55. That's it.
I don't think so. I think the age limit is 45 or 42.
For what?
Like the youngest you can be.
No, it's 30. You have to be 30.
30?
Mm-hmm. How
How was JFK? Because he still holds a record for the youngest person ever.
I just know that you have to be at least 30 years old to run for president.
I feel like it's 35 or 45.
It's 30. I'm letting you know right
Prove me
now.
wrong.
It's 30.
You think?
Yes, I
Prove
know.
Prove me wrong. Because I don't know.
How much do...
What's up? Yeah.
Okay, well, now with my very embarrassing incorrect fact, we'll wrap this up. Have a nice little shot, and I have a nice little thing to go to bed. Thank you for watching this episode of Cheers. We will see you on the next one.
Cheers. Oh my goodness.